there, fellow travelers. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Kat. I'm a travel advisor specializing in Disney destinations. Come along with me as I review some trips I took with my family in 2020. Today I have something super exciting to share with you. I finally had the opportunity to put together this video of our Labor Day trip. We had the most incredible time at Disney. Let me tell you, it was a Halloween adventure like no other. We had the privilege of attending Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, where the magic and the spookiness collided in the most extraordinary way. From the amazing costumes to the breathtaking fireworks, it was an experience we're never gonna forget. We also ate at Tusker House at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bells because you don't want to miss out on any of our Disney magic and trips that I am going to be sharing. So like I mentioned, this is a Labor Day trip. As you can see, the park is all decked out and ready for Halloween and spookiness. I want to highlight that because it was so hot in September, I ultimately utilized my hot day strategy, which is to rope drop and try to avoid the hottest parts of the day by going back to our resort for lunch and taking some naps, maybe even going to the pool, and then returning to the park to end our day there. We'll be there right at rope drop, which might be like 8:30 a.m., but ready to go to lunch right around noon. And I usually plan on returning back to the parks between 4 and 6 p.m. There's basically no other way that my family would last from rope drop to fireworks without this plan. I want to go over my average stroller setup at the park. This trip I took my Cybex stroller, which is a little bit larger and a little bit heavier, but it does have a lot of storage options. This is a 2-seater stroller that I only use 1 seat for because on this trip I was just taking my daughter. I use the basket extension on the top for additional storage. That's basically the highlight of the stroller. So if you're in the market for strollers and you'd like to have a lot of stuff with you, I recommend this one. As you can see, we've already decked out our stroller with lots of fans because it is so hot in September. You're going to hear me say that a lot, but be sure to think about ways on how you're going to cool off, whether that is making sure you have a cooling towel available so that you can use that throughout your day. But the storage really is the highlight for this stroller. I also plan on bringing this padded seat. It is super helpful if you have a toddler who is fresh out of the pool and sitting down, or maybe has an accident if you're potty training. I just take this insert out and it's easy to wash and let it air dry. And so I don't have to take off the full cover of this. So at this point, we had already returned for the second part of our day. We're hanging out on the People Mover, which is such a great way to get beautiful views of the park. We went on Flying Dumbo. Actually, this Flying Dumbo ride seemed like a really short line, and then it ended up, one of the Dumbo's sides ended up breaking down, so it was a really long wait, and right before fireworks, so we were kind of cutting it close here, but alas, we were able to get on Dumbo. My daughter fell asleep in the line, but she woke up, and here we go, flying over the Magic Kingdom. So just another magical moment. This was our first time at Tusker House at the Animal Kingdom, and it did not disappoint. I will definitely be back. It was such a nice spread of food and character interactions. I think it was the most unique buffet I've seen on Disney properties so far. All of the food had great flavorings and highlighted like African and Asian and Indian types of menu items, and everything was delicious. There was lots of options if you're traveling with someone who's vegan or vegetarian, and the flavoring was great, so you definitely don't feel like that member of your family is getting the short end of the stick here at Tusker House. It's delicious if you're not a vegetarian, and if you are, you're going to be very excited with all the amazing options. A big part of Tusker House is seeing all of Mickey's friends and Mickey in the cute safari gear that they have on. I mean, this is adorable. My daughter was so excited to see Goofy and Daisy and Donald. It was a great time at Tusker House. At this point in our trip, we switched resorts to Saratoga Springs, and this is our deluxe studio. I love staying at Saratoga Springs, especially if we have someone else in our party, because the deluxe studios are so much roomier than value and moderate resorts. It comes with some amenities like access to free laundry, and it just has more space. As you can see, these rooms are set up with a double bed and a Murphy bed, which makes it so much easier to and spacious to move about. And this is my scary little monster, Mike Wazowski, and he's not so scary. I absolutely loved my experience at Mickey's Not So Scary. Even though it rained as soon as we got there, it did not rain on our parade, literally. So we were able to still enjoy. Mickey's Not So Scary is a special ticketed event, which means that you have to buy a separate ticket in order to attend. But what's a good benefit from these separate ticketed events is that it does allow you access generally to the park a few hours before the event starts. So if you're looking to save money on purchasing a ticket for that day, you could totally utilize that strategy to come to the park a little bit before your party and enjoy some of the rides before the party gets going.
The only time of year when Mr. Gracie, the owner of the mansion, allows us to be visible to all of you living mortals.
So is it worth it? I say yes. This was a great experience and offered some limited opportunities. This was our last day of the trip. Here's a look at Disney Springs, which was just a walk away from Saratoga Springs. It is so scenic on the other side of the bay, and I love the fact that you could just take a short walk over to Disney Springs and enjoy all the food options that Disney Springs has to offer, or in my case, the shopping options. You know, a trip's never quite done until you've strolled through World of Disney and looked at all the new and amazing merch that they have. If you have an opportunity to check out a restaurant at Disney Springs, I really hope that you could check out Chef Art Smith's Homecoming. Delicious drinks, delicious food, amazing deviled eggs. It's a must try for sure. You will not be disappointed. Thanks so much for checking out my trip with me. Please like and subscribe, watch for more, and message me if you'd like a vacation quote.